Streaming live on Instagram and YouTube here from Hicks Brunson Eyewear Studios in the heart of Midtown Tulsa. Welcome everybody in. Thanks so much for being with us today. It's another edition of Friday Morning Live, and we've got some exciting stuff today, Becky Jo. We've got
we do.
New drops from T. Henri, and we've got a bunch of tinted transitions lens looks of the week. So hang around for that, because good morning, Barry. Thanks for joining in. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. Good morning, everybody on YouTube.
Yes.
We got a lot of tinted transitions lens looks of the week.
A lot of sexy eyewear, Daniel.
Colors. Tint colors, amazing. And we're gonna just dive right in. But we have new drops from T. Henri. So what do we have first? Let's get the black gloves on. I ordered white gloves.
Yes, I think white gloves would work better. Well, the colors will show better.
Yeah, it occurred to me some of these frame colors will show better on white gloves, and you know we like to wear these gloves because these polished acetates are so beautiful. They're so beautiful that I don't want to get my fingerprints all over them when I'm showing them to you guys. So this is a brand new drop from T. Henri. This is the Dino. This is the Dino. What did you call it, Becky Jo, when you first saw it?
When I first saw it, I said, oh, it's Dino, like dynamite.
Like dynamite. Right? Like 70s dynamite. So it is dynamite. I mean, it's totally.
It is. It really is. And I think that's what came into my head. So
this is and you know what? I don't even know. I'm thinking Dino. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Dino. This is a color that's called Overcast, which is a beautiful polished black. Look at that sort of like almost like a tobacco color inlay on the temple that you can see here. And this color, again, it's called Overcast. It's black, mostly black. It's number 38 of 199 pieces in this colorway. And it has a gray to blue gradient lens. It's got a beautiful metal top bar. And this is that like rounded teardrop shape. This is like very 70s. Like I love the acetate. This is like, there was a classic Persol from like, I think quite a few decades back. And there was a famous actor that was kind of known for wearing it, and the name is escaping me. It's kind of giving that vibe. Jay says, wow, they hit it out of the park again. Jay on YouTube, thanks for that comment. Absolutely they did. You know, you've got the T. Henri markings on the front that we're used to seeing. I love the sculpting. I love the rivets, the flare temple tip, and that color. A chunk of ancient amber is what it looks like, says Jay on YouTube. Yes, it does, Jay. It does.
Yes, it does.
And look at the blue, look at the gray to blue gradient tint. And this is a big, we don't have the size on this. Sorry about that. It looks big, it feels big, but I love it. Like, I love it. It's a larger than life, chunky aviator. And look how much cool stuff you could do with this. I don't know if I could do a clear to transitions. I think it might be
too big.
Might be too big and too chunky, at least on me. I don't know. There's probably somebody out there that could pull that off. But you have.
I'm going to say is that a 55 or is that a 58? My contacts in my eyes are just a little tired this morning.
Oh, the size is on here. You know
it
what?
is.
That's impossible to see, though. I think it might be, wow, only a 53, but a 20 bridge. Why does it feel so much bigger than that?
It does feel a lot bigger. But I will say, it also has a titanium, like, lower bridge bar. So you do get that double bar. This is probably not the most flattering color on the planet for me, just because I'm not a yellow person. But I will say, it fits very comfortably. It rests on the bridge nicely. It is very oversized. If you want that oversized, pow in the face, kind of big statement, this is definitely going to do it. And it's not too deep. Some of those oversized aviators get like down here below the nose or level with the bottom of the nose. This one doesn't do that. It's just a little teeny bit wider. And they did do a nice little angular drop right here. So it's got some really good features to the overall shape of this aviator. And this is Aurora, which is like a crystal yellow.
Aura.
Not Aurora.
A-U-R-A.
Aurora.
Yeah, aura.
Aura. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I apologize. My brain to mouth is not functioning today very well.
That's a beautiful lens tint color, though.
It is. So we were kind of having a slight debate at first, just by the description. So this is an orange base, and they've got a gray.
Yeah.
They've got a gray at the top,
Yeah.
and it fades into orange and then down into a very light clear at the bottom. So it definitely has a lot of a really brilliant color, and it looks amazing looking through it. It's just very soothing to look through this color.
Good driving lens.
Very good driving lens.
Yeah. All right, so what's the other new?
The other new one
Skyline.
is Skyline.
Yep, so there's Skyline, so that's the same color aura. Nice amber, nice gray to amber gradient, and look how chunky. This is more, so if Dino is more aviator, aura is more navigator.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You've got a titanium core wire that is much more, ooh, that one, okay.
This one.
When we get to that one, you guys are gonna love this. All
Yeah.
right, stay tuned for the titanium core wire on the next color coming up on this Skyline. So
This is
one,
a 5717.
5717, look at that. Now 57, that does look big, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
that is big, that's a big size.
It's a big size.
Thanks for the likes on YouTube, guys. Thanks for joining in and sharing the stream today. This is a big, chunky design. I love the detail work, and look at this, how thick it is. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Jason on YouTube. This is beautiful, chunky. It's got lots of almost Art Deco kind of feel going through the bones of this design.
Oh yeah, when you see the detail work in the core wire on this one, you will definitely get that Art Deco vibe.
The nice 7-barrel titanium hinge. See if I can get a good look at it there. Beautiful 7-barrel titanium hinge there. We've come to expect no less. One thing I love about the T. Henri collection in this last couple of releases, his bridge fits.
Yes.
He's way up to the game on bridge fits, and I'm talking about the sculpting that happens right in here at the bridge. That can make or break the comfort of a full acetate frame, and that's one of the hardest things. Tom Davies said this years ago. Tom Davis said this years ago. Designing the bridge fit is one of the hardest things to do for eyewear designers because noses are also different. I've noticed all the new T. Henri pieces that I've tried on have been much more comfortable on the bridge.
Yes, they have.
So show us this beautiful color.
So this is Skyline in this beautiful plum. I'm going to call this plum because it is a plum purple. It is called Delusion. And look down the temple core. Hopefully the camera's picking that up nicely. It is a beautiful Art Deco pattern all the way down that temple core. Amazing. And because of the fact that the purple is such a rich color, that gold just absolutely pops against that temple. And one thing that we didn't point out, there is a little negative space on the end of this temple tip, and I will be the first person to point out negative space because I think when negative space is done well, it's something that should be appreciated, as well as there is negative space between the top of the bridge and the top of the frame. Negative space is very difficult to do and do symmetrically and do it very well in a frame. Yes, that purple is absolutely fantastic.
We agree, Jay.
We totally agree, Jay. And I have to show you, we have kind of an honorable mention for T. Henri today.
Well, this is actually not.
it's new.
It's not new to this week, but it's new just within the last couple of weeks.
Within the last couple of
We thought
weeks.
we'd show it again.
And so this is the Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie again is in that
Valkyrie
purple.
2.
The Valkyrie 2, pardon me, because the original Valkyrie was much bigger than this. It was a bigger, deeper pointed cat eye. This is a much easier to wear cat eye. This is a 55i16 bridge. This is probably, next to the Duesenberg, one of my absolute favorites from this year, and this really sincerely may end up in my eye wardrobe before too long. This may be my birthday present to myself this year. I love this purple color. I love looking through this lens. So this is a purple gradient lens color, and it, as you can see me holding it up and looking at us through that lens, you get this like rosy purple hue to everything, and it is just so soothing looking through that lens color. And that's part of it, but the way this bridge is sculpted, it is absolutely super comfortable for as chunky and thick as what this frame is. It just rests so well on the bridge.
All right, community, can I pull off the cat eye? I don't know.
I don't
I
know,
totally
Daniel.
agree that should end up in your
Yeah,
closet.
it really should.
Like
it should.
definitely this year, right? But you know, I would never consider probably ever in my life wearing such a cat eye like this. But I don't know. I just feel kind of, I feel kind of cool wearing it. Like I don't know, just maybe. Not
Yeah,
really. Not really.
I mean,
But-
I think we'd have to have some talks there, Daniel, because I try really hard not to hand men cat eyes when they pick it up and go, oh, I could wear this.
But look how flattering this shape is.
It is.
No matter who's wearing it. Like, and this is again, what is this? This is the delusion color, right? Yes.
No, the purple's delusion.
Oh, purple's delusion.
That is
No,
outcast.
purple. I thought was aura, and yeah,
No,
or is the yellow?
No, purple's delusion.
Oh.
Black is outcast.
Oh, overcast.
Overcast.
Overcast. Outcast. Outcast is a rapper. All right, Outcast, right? Yeah.
I'm just telling you, my brain
Big-
eyes are not there this morning.
Overcast. All right, we'll help
Overcast.
each other. We'll get through
Yes,
this.
we'll get through this.
All right. Love the overcast color. I mean, that's that black with that amber showing right there. That's that non-slip grip that we know from T. Henry. So this is, again, the Valkyrie 2. This is number 72 of 199 pieces made in this colorway. Beautiful, beautiful shape.
I mean, I think the reason why, Daniel, when you put that on, that even on a man's face, it has to do with the proportions of the shape.
Yeah,
it really does.
There's something about ratio of like width to uplift to vertical dimensions here. If designers get that right, it's very flattering. It looks very good. Mr. Armstrongski on Instagram says it actually does look good on Daniel. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
It does.
All right.
It's very well proportioned. Daniel, I just don't know if I can get behind you wearing a cat eye, though. I mean,
Okay, well
just don't know.
that is going to wrap the T. Henry new drop portion of the show. We have got some tinted transitions lens looks of the week to get to, and we've got some fire hot looks.
Yes.
What should we start with? Should we start with, I want to start with this one.
Okay.
And we've got our UV light. Do we need our white backdrop? Like our
Yes, I will
Yeah.
grab our white backdrop.
Okay, so guys, this is the Tom Davis. Tom Davis. I can't help it. I have known him since 2009, and I've carried the collection in the store since 2007. Davies. I've been calling him Davies forever, but he told me earlier this year in New York at Market, it's actually Davis. Like the British pronounce Davies, Davis. So he said he gave up trying to correct Americans on the pronunciation of his name years ago, but it is Tom Davis. I'm going to try to do it right. This is the famous Tom Davis 731. I wear this in my own collection, my own personal collection. Let me try it on first here, and then I'll show you the color. I love this one. I have a YouTube video on my review of Transitions Gen S, the new ruby color that I put in this frame. So this is that frame, and this is an indoor ruby tint. I think we did a 30%.
We did a 30%.
We did a 30% gradient. So it's the same color that the Ruby Transitions color transitions to when you go outdoors, but you get it all the time indoors. So then you take these out into the sun. So if you always want a little bit of that ruby color present, you've got it with this look. So you've got indoor mode here with the ruby gradient, 30%. You've got outdoor ruby right here. And look, what I love about this, look how good the ruby looks in this blue titanium inlay. And there's a whole lot going on with this frame that you'll miss if you don't look closely, and I don't think the camera can pick up these details. But this design pays tribute to Tom Davis's British heritage. He kind of paid tribute to the British Navy. If you look underneath the temple arm, there are ocean waves, there is a Navy ship, and there is an anchor back there on the tip. A lot of beautiful details going on in this design, so I love it so much. You take this, you throw a cool custom tint on it, such as what we did here. Okay, Armstrongski says he's a Brit, and he says it the same as me. He says, but I've not met him. All right, well, we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out, because he told me, here's what he told me. He said there is a Davies. He said it's in England. He said it's Davies. Would be Davies, but he said his name, Davies, is just Davis. So now we've got a new,
Back and forth to kind of,
we'll figure this out. We'll get to the bottom of this, right? What do we have next?
So
Masunaga.
what we have next is an absolute fabulous Masunaga. This is the Toby. So I worked really hard with the client to get exactly what he wanted. So this is a gray 40%, fade to clear, with ruby transitions and a blue flash mirror. So, you know, when we deal with lenses, when we get them in from the lab, you know, it's a lens, it's about the diameter of a hockey puck, and we look at things and we look at color and we go, is this really what it is? When you put this on, you're gonna notice that this is dark. This is 40%. When you look at it against, like laying in a tray, white paper, you go, maybe that's not 40%. But Daniel and I kind of went back and forth with this. It is absolutely fantastic when it is revealed as the transition. Not that it's not fantastic with the indoor tint. It is super soothing to look through that. Even though I am really not team gray, it is very soothing to look through it. But once you transition this, look at this. Is
stunning.
That not
absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous?
Oh yeah.
That ruby with that blue flash mirror. We haven't paired ruby in a blue flash mirror in a minute, but this right here finished up, and it's actually going to go to a client of ours actually here in Oklahoma that lives pretty far away, because there are a lot of places in Oklahoma that are hours away from Tulsa. But this is definitely, I think, going to check all of the boxes for our client. So I am hoping that when he receives it, he's going to be as happy and pleased as the outcome as what I was when they finished it.
All right, I've got an oldie but a goodie. This is the Sierra 2 from Leisure Society, right here. And Leisure Society, California heirloom design. What they do is they make styles that are inspired by classic styles of the past. This is very 1920s. This is what you call a Newmont rimless. How dark will those go in the sun, bright sun, like 80% or so? Okay, Jason's asking about the Matsunaga pair. Yeah, Gen S, I mean, it'll get close to 80%. Let's pull that back over here for a minute.
I'm gonna darken it.
Jason on YouTube has a question. How dark will this Matsunaga frame go in the sun? Then we'll get right back to this Leisure. Gen S will get pretty close to 80%. Not always. Depends on the temperature, depends on the UV. There's a lot of factors that determine photochromic darkness. But since we have the gray base tint and we have the flash blue mirror, this one will probably pretty easily get to 80% on your average day.
So the lens on this side, I fully darkened. The other lens is actually starting to come back to the indoor tint. It's going to get satisfyingly dark.
Yeah, because when we do the 40% gray base tint, you'll still have some of that tint like influencing the darkness of the overall darkness of the ruby. That gray is still in there, so it'll be very satisfying. Okay, back to the Sierra 2 by Leisure. This is what you call a Newmont rimless, which means it's a drill rimless, so you've got drill holes, but you also have this top bar that runs along the top, and this design's been around like 100 years. This design, the Newmont rimless, the Sierra 2 has only been around a few years, but it is a Newmont design. And Leisure, known for their Japanese block titanium, their beautiful 24 karat gold plating finishes. And so what we did on this one was we actually did a Zeiss lens. We did Smart Life Individual 3 progressive lenses for beautiful Zeiss optics. Jay says, do you have any lenses there with a 10 to 20% red tint? That first pair I showed, I said 30%. That might be a hair lighter than 30%. I might grab that again in a second. This is the Zeiss blue tint right here. And this is a 30%. And we paired it with the Zeiss PhotoFusion X Blue. And we also paired it with the new Zeiss DuraVision Gold anti-reflective coating. And so the gold anti-reflective coating is not a flash mirror. It's an anti-reflective coating that takes the reflections from light and it turns them into a soft, subtle golden hue. And you can see that little bit of gold when I get light directly reflecting off of the lenses. And if you guys haven't seen the Zeiss PhotoFusion Blue, I've got more videos coming on this, and it's the most vibrant, beautiful photochromic blue you will have ever seen. If you've never seen this, you're really in for a treat. If you're familiar with the Transitions Sapphire Blue, it's more of a subtle gray blue. Look at that. Look at the Zeiss PhotoFusion X Blue. Look how vibrant Look how awesome.
It is a very beautiful, deep sapphire blue.
Look at that blue, right? Like,
Yes.
that's just incredible. And when you look through it, like, I hope you like the world through a blue color tone, a rich, vibrant blue color tone, because you're going to want to like that look if you're going to wear this Zeiss Photofusion X Blue. Everything very bluish, but very nice, and I like it. Like, I don't like to wear it every day, I've got to say. I'm team brown, so I like my brown most of the time. But when I do wear this color, because I actually have it in my Masunaga 000, it's something that is really refreshing to occasionally wear. So the frame that I have been wearing for many, many years now, what I call my signature look, I have a clear to Photofusion X Blue. So I'll just show you guys real quick here. Here we have it. Here's that same Photofusion X Blue. Look how cool it looks in the 000. I mean, if you want a really like nice look, cool blue next to this polished black, something like this, I just love it. Like, I can't get enough of this blue. So there you have it for that look. What else do we have here?
So I'm gonna explain something first. So because of the fact that we have such an amazing team that we deal with, not only just here within our four walls. The lab that we work with also can produce some really amazing, stunning pieces. They did a frame and lens set for us on a Kawasaki drill mount that was just kind of showing off what they could do for us. And it looks like this. So this is a gray to turquoise is the tint. This is also a faceted lens. So at the top and at the bottom and onto the temple side is a facet that is cut into the lens. Facets do a lot of amazing things for lens shapes. They kind of give it that really cool prismatic look. So I had a client that came in and she was like, Becky Jo, I love this frame. Can we make it smaller? And I said, we most certainly can. And I'm gonna try to do this here. So this is the original size, and we cut it down. We matched the indoor tint. We paired it with a Sapphire Transitions, and we added the facet. One thing that a facet can do is it can take a lens that is substantially thick, and from the front is going to make it appear that it is not. So this particular client has an enormous amount of high power minus. So we're looking at a -8 lens. From the front, you are not going to see that. That facet completely hides that. So if you are an individual who has a higher power and you are really considering a drill rimless, a facet might be a way to go. And this is what it looks like, because there is...
While you're activating that, I want to answer a question. Armstrongski on Instagram asks, is a base tint against a Zeiss Photofusion X Photochromic new technology, or has it been around a while? I don't think I know anyone in the UK doing that particular combination. I don't know how long it's been happening on Zeiss lenses. We've been working with Zeiss again for about the last, year?
About a year.
And so we've been doing it that long. We've been doing it on transitions technology for like ever, like, I don't know, 20 years. But
so this is the sapphire blue that Transitions does. So you can tell that it is blue, but it's more of like a blue-gray. It's not that vibrant blue that Zeiss does. It still looks absolutely stunning. I couldn't be happier with the outcome of this. Is a base tint against a Zeiss Photofusion? Okay, sorry.
That was the question.
That was the question. I just saw it. I saw it scroll up. I saw something else scroll up.
Okay.
So compared to the two, or comparatively with the two,
yeah.
the Zeiss is definitely...
Zeiss Photofusion blue up top, Transition Sapphire blue down below. You can see it's more of a gray blue, where this is Zeiss Photofusion blue is very vibrant blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but not everybody wants to see through. I mean, this makes your world look, I don't think this is probably not going to work, but Doesn't quite do it justice. I have a few videos out there. I don't know if they're posted yet. One of them might be. One of them's about to be, where I do show the point of view looking through the Zeiss Photo Fusion Blue. And in fact, one of them I might have just published yesterday. Check it out on YouTube. It's so vibrant blue looking through it. So vibrant blue. But
we have one more.
We have one more.
We have one more.
Yeah. Now this is a Cartier. Oh, this one still has the markings. This is a. Right. Yep. This is a Cartier piece that one of our very good clients brought to us. And what did we do?
We did a wine 30% to 15% fade.
On an XA brown with an anti-reflective coating. Yeah. So, and I would say that might be just a hair darker than 30%. 30, that might be like a...
That might be close to about a 45.
Closer to 40, yeah.
40, 45,
so
it's pretty...
That's a wine that you can see.
Yes.
Really see. I mean, look how vibrant that wine is. And so, and I love it. Like, so it's paired, again, this is a beautiful Cartier tortoiseshell, gold hinges, gold Cartier detail work. And I think this one's an Autograph Intelligence premium progressive lens, which we love the Autograph Intelligence, so comfortable to wear. Fields of view are so wide. Team Brown is about to represent because we're going to go from burgundy, well, wine gradient to transitions, brown, right? Love that look in the tortoiseshell with the gold. Doesn't get much better than that, if I do say so myself.
It's very satisfying.
Oh, so satisfying. Yep. This is my go-to, the brown, extra active brown. You guys know why I like it. You've heard me talk about it before. It will darken a little bit behind the windshield of the car. It doesn't get that dark, but it gets too close to a category 2.
Yep.
I have a video on YouTube that shows driving with it in the car and shows point of view looking through it. It's so functional in the real world if you need a good pair of glasses that can go everywhere with you and do everything with you. Transitions extra active brown, but pair it with a wine gradient, and then you've got something nobody else has. Jay says, do you have any other frames with GNS Ruby in stock? I'm heavily considering them for my JMM pair. Willie, with GNS Ruby,
we can put that in anything
we can put
that
it
you
in
want.
anything. Yeah, I think he asked earlier, he wanted to see like a light ruby, like a 20%, and I was telling him, like, you know, this one, even though I think we described it as 30%, and it looks 30%.
It looks 30%.
But sometimes when I look at it on, I mean, yeah, this is 30%. You can see it's sort of dark up here. I think Jay's question earlier was, do you have an example of that in a 20%? And 20% would be just a hair lighter than that. And it would be, you might just barely be able to see it on the skin. It might just look like it kind of a dimmer look to the top of the lens. But it would just be a wash of color, just barely show up, just barely maybe show up on the face, maybe not.
And that's one thing when we discuss indoor tints, we usually do them at 30% just because of the fact that we want people to be able to see the color that's in the lens. If you're going on the conservative side because maybe your work environment, maybe you're not ready to embrace people seeing that color all of the time, maybe 25%, and you're talking small percentages can really make a huge difference, especially if you're pairing it with a transition, because once you get much above 40%, it will start influencing the transition, and in certain colors they can't do much more above 45% with a transition because it makes the transition too dark when it actually does transition.
This is the 40% gray, right, with the blue mirror. So, you know, that'll give you a difference in the idea. You're welcome, Jay. Thanks for the good question. This will give you a little bit of an idea. That 40%, where'd the 30, the one that we did 30%, 40% with a blue mirror. I mean, look how dark this looks. I mean, it almost looks like what some people would think of as a sunglass.
Yeah.
You know, although it's certainly fine. Like I can see just fine indoors. Now there's a lot of lights on. If it was a very dimly lit room, this might feel a little too dark to wear for some people indoors. You know, as opposed to a 30% without a blue mirror, kind of see the difference in how much lighter something like that looks. So I think that's a wrap.
I think it is.
We had a fun time with
Yes.
everybody today. We had lots of fun colors to show. So there's nothing left to do but say goodbye. I'm sorry. We're about to say goodbye for the week. We're going to have to go. It's going to get dark. The sun's going to go down. The birds are going to stop singing. And I hope you guys can make it through to the next week until you can see our smiling faces again. And we can show you all of our favorite fun new eyewear. Hope everybody has a nice weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy. We will see you in the next video.